Yo, what's up, Phantom Thieves? I'm back with another video for you, and we're gonna do something a little different today. Everybody that's been on this channel knows that I'm a big video gamer, okay? But another thing that I really enjoy is wrestling, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. If you guys are old viewers and subscribers and all that, then you've probably seen some of my old videos, stuff I used to do with my friends, right? I don't really cover much wrestling on the channel, but with what happened on Monday, and I'm a big Kofi Kingston fan. Like legitimately, my friends can tell you how big of a Kofi Kingston fan I am. So with what happened, if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend going to check out the video on YouTube, social media, wherever wherever you want to catch it. But we're going to listen to this, and I hope it doesn't get taken down. Like, we're not going to show it, obviously, but I hope it doesn't get taken down. But let's listen to what happened with the New Day. And if you guys have been following wrestling, you already know, so we're going to listen to this. And it hits you in the feelings, too. Like, this really... And I'm going to let it play through. I was going to do the whole thing, but I was like, no, let's get to what people really were here for. And here it goes. Oh my gosh. And after the video's done, I'm not going to blow everything and give these fake reactions. Like, I'm actually going to tell you why, as a wrestling fan, this hit the feels, and I think this was one of the best things WWE's produced all year. Legitimately. Like, listen to this.
Now, you want to come back? After you watched us fight for months, after you watched us argue to the edge of the cliff and the last thing left to do is jump, now?
And I feel him. Like... Man, this hit hard.
I broke my neck. What do you mean? I've been doing my best. You left us.
This was the part that got me.
Yeah, you broke your neck. So what?
Dude, when Kofi interrupted and then said, yeah, you broke your neck so much. We all know the New Day started off as heels, but they didn't really go anywhere with this. Kofi right there. I want to know where it goes from here, but goodness gracious. Dang.
Yeah, you broke your neck. So what?
Dang.
Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his neck, and he came back. Kurt Angle broke his neck.
It's hard to watch this.
You had two family members who had the light on for you so you'd have something familiar to walk back into. And what'd you do with that, huh? Nothing. We didn't change. We didn't evolve at our own deficit for you.
Oh, okay. And we got ads, I ain't paying for that YouTube stuff. So while this is going on, right, I'm going to get into the first part. They're spitting. We'll get into it.
No. You mean to tell me that as big as you are, as strong as you are,
this hurts.
You never even had to have surgery on your neck. You mean to tell me that you couldn't have been back here a long time ago if you wanted to? I've been meeting with doctors, I've been doing scans, I've been x-rays, MRIs, I've been doing my best to get back. We've heard it all before. You know what happened to me, E? I tore my Achilles tendon off the bone, and I actually had to have surgery.
Man.
I was back in 9 months for you.
And the way Big E is watching them, he is so hurt.
If you really, truly cared about us, you'd have been back here a long time ago. You'd have been by our side. clapping by our side,
Goodness.
encouraging us, cheering us on, galvanizing us. But nah, you chose your new life over us. You chose your new projects over us. You chose your new girlfriend over us. You chose your new death job over us.
Man, they are killing this.
Listen up. Do you even realize the burden that you've become?
Yo, being in a brotherhood and being told that you're a burden. A lot of people aren't really understanding this the way I think I am.
The burden that you've become?
Big E dropped the mic on that.
City, no matter who we meet, they all say the same thing. We miss E. As if we don't miss E.
Like
Obviously,
there's hurt in his voice.
us.
There is hurt in the New Day's voice towards Big E.
Our philosophy since day one, since the jump, has always been about the brotherhood before anything else. The New Day before anything else. We before me. That's what the philosophy's been. But you, broken neck or not, you chose yourself over us.
And I've watched this a lot.
Let's stop teasing.
Like I've watched this a lot.
Let's tell him the truth, E. You are never going to be medically clear. And since that's the case,
And I know what a lot of people are saying about, oh, well, that with him saying you'll never be medically cleared, that means he's coming back. We really don't know that. But, man, the way he said it,
why don't you get the hell out of this ring and get back to your desk where you belong?
all right, look. Oh, my gosh. Dude. Hold on. I was going to stop it there. Let's listen to how Biggie,
Call you if we need you.
listen to how Biggie calls out to them. Yeah, 10 years. And see, somebody said eat the bootios. When he said a decade and we're family, listen how he calls for him. The Kof U2. Look, all right. That you know what, we're done. We're done. So let's break this down, okay? So okay. And me and my homeboy had a talk about this. He's actually on YouTube as well. Check him out, Ripper J Ace. This is one of those very rare heel turns that I feel legitimately is justified. A lot of people are siding with Biggie, and I know he's the face in all this now, but I didn't even play the part before this, but he talked about how, you know, when Kofi had his daughter, he was there, and when Biggie went through the injury, Kofi was there, and they were checking on him and all kind of things, right? So they made time for E, right? And I'm looking at this from their perspective, because everybody else is talking about E's perspective. I personally, I view my brothers and my brotherhoods as a legitimately unbreakable bond. There's been people legitimately I didn't talk to for years, and I still consider them a brother, and they're back in my life, right? So did Did Xavier and Kofi say some things that probably didn't need to be said the way they did? Yes. But legitimately, they're hurt. I don't even think they're angry. They're hurt. And this is how I explained it to my homeboy. They're hurt. And I don't think it was 4 years though, but they're the ones that wrote the script. But think about this. Yes, you got hurt. They weren't even, to me, they weren't even saying you had to come back and fight, but where were you that entire couple of years that that you've been gone? Where were you at all? I would be so hurt that, okay, Kofi, married, kids, all that stuff, right? I get it. Big E's allowed to have a woman. But what sucks about it is, and we're coming from a storyline perspective here, okay? Just so y'all know that. But they visited you when you were hurt, when you were out going through your darkest time in your career. You've been on pre-shows, like he said, the new desk job, taking all kind of pictures with your lady and stuff, all this stuff. But in storyline, when they won the NXT tag titles, or when they were, feuding with people, or when they started feuding amongst each other, where were you? How can you say you're part of this brotherhood? But like Xavier said perfectly, and I do feel for E, okay? But the way that they turned to me is so justifiable. Where were you? Why did it take us getting to the very end to where we're about to jump off the cliff? Now, like Xavier said, now you want to offer your services? Now you want to be our manager? If anything, why couldn't you be our manager this whole time? Outside of the recovery, of course, but why couldn't you be our manager this whole time? You were able to be on those pre-shows. You were able to do this, that, and the third. Why did you wait until the very end? It sounds like two people that are hurt. And Kofi, he was the one, he was looking down, wouldn't make eye contact. It looks like, to me, it looks like he was conflicted until Xavier spoke those words and said, you waited until the very end to come try and help us. But when you were in need, we were there. And again, people are like, oh, well, he's neck injury. He could still check in on him, right? Imagine you guys go through something and your third sister doesn't show up till the very end, right when you guys are about to implode and it's about to be over. It's like, where were you at all to remotely check in? When you saw that we started this, when you saw Karrion Kross was in Xavier's ear, where were you? There were other members on the roster trying to help them out or trying to remind them of who they were when they were going through this. E, where were you? Where were you, E? We know you were on the pre-shows. And again, have a life. To me, I understand that. I'm not going to tell you can't do that. But where were you checking in on your brothers? Again, it sounds like two brothers that are hurt. And that's why I feel for E, but I understand them. I do. If anybody who has had a relationship with somebody that exceeds friendship and legitimately becomes a brotherhood, and you guys are legitimately that close where you're family, legitimate. Like even if you're not blood, it ascends that because of how close you guys are. Just for you to get hurt, which is not your fault, but then time goes on and it's like, dang, okay, well, we seeing that he's making progress. He ain't gonna check on us. He's not gonna congratulate us on our tag team title win, this, that, and the third. Like, where you been at? So that's where I'm at. I think this was masterfully done. Man, I wonder how they felt going into the back. Ooh, boy. I wonder how that felt. And then, like, where do you go with up, up, down, down, and all that stuff? Because, you know, he's part of that, and, you know, all this stuff that they do together. It was wild. So, in the comments, I want you guys to sound in. If you're a wrestling fan, if you've seen this, give me your point of view. Who do you more so stand with? I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to stand with E, and rightfully so. I just understand the other side of the coin. So let's have a little talk about this one, because, again, I legitimately think this is one of the best things WWE's done this year, and it's probably the best heel turn that's happened this year from any company to me. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's talk about this one, all right? Y'all stay blessed as always. Peace out.